to the big bad swirl.
Action.
You want firm, steady kicks that flow. 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Ishai Seton and myself, we were up writing a film on New Year's Eve, I think like 2003.
Wow.
And we were just writing a short film just to be funny because we were just drunk and we just had these terrible ideas. But one idea was like this guy who was like our main weird guy was like in adult swim class. And then when we read it the next morning, it was very stupid, not funny. But this adult swim class thing seemed like a good idea for a movie.
I love the story, I love the ensemble, I love the introduction to the characters. I think you can usually get people in a movie in the introduction and the closing. First time I read the script, it had both.
I think it's a really, really good idea to have an adult education swim class. You're watching a bunch of grown-up people do something really juvenile, but they're like forced to be awkward. If there's that short scene, which I really hope they don't cut, about the little kids getting out of the pool. We're all like ashamed because all these little kids can swim and we can't.
But actually, the first draft of this script wasn't written until January, and it's the end of June, and we've just finished shooting it. It was like, okay, this is what we have access to. Here's the locations we have. Here's the money we have. Here's some of the actors we know. Here's and we took all that into account, and really crafted the project around what we had.
It's ridiculous how professional and just how involved everyone is on such a low budget. To think that really all that money I don't think is necessary. So I think that's one thing that it's taught me is you can definitely make a quality independent film without $1 million.
They truly inspire me because it's not a matter of Hollywood. It's not we're not answering to a studio. It's just a bunch of guys wanting to go out and do their thing, and they're doing it, and that's awesome.
The movie was funded mainly by private investors, often with a first-time director and producer and cinematographer. It's usually pretty hard to get major studios to back your project.
Chandra is an amazing producer. She just really said, for this 3.5 weeks, you're going to direct, and you're not going to produce, and that's it.
We did have people like Jeff Branson on very early in the game who came out and he just, completely supported the film from the beginning.
I've known Ishai and Dan for quite a while now. Just a film.
But we did not sign Jess Wexler and Paget Brewster until about 5 days before we started shooting.
3 days before shooting, I get a little call that says they saw my reel and they had me read the scenes, and then I got a call the next day and they offered me the part.
I'm not that fancy. I don't get offers I don't get offers. I usually audition, and so I thought, okay, well, if they're going to make an offer, that's got to be a really bad movie. So I read it and I thought it was really good, and I called my agent and I said, I think this is great. I'd like to audition for it. And my agent said, no, we're just going to get you an offer.
I've been divorced a few times myself, and
I have to go. I love Amy. I love the Amy character. What I said to Ishai on the phone was, she's smart and dry, and wounded and vulnerable, and I can do that. Please give me the job. I think I'm good for it. I mean, too late now, right?
Did you lose a scholarship or something?
No. I was out of college already.
But he's depressed, and he's having a hard time identifying who he is now and what's next for his life. We think we're going to do something with our lives, and when that thing is taken from us or we lose it, you have to redefine yourself.
Do you have a telephone? I'd like to call my mom, tell her I'm staying out tonight, so she doesn't worry. Because she worries all the time about nothing.
She's obviously making choices in her life now to do things and fix things that she never has before, like swimming.
You gotta kind of make it so it goes above her head, like that.
Right there. Like,
I don't think that's right.
David is Jordan's brother in the film, and he's kind of a quirky kid. I don't know, he's pretty much the opposite of Hunter, who's his best friend.
He's goofy, he's fun, he's class clown, and he's totally straightforward. So it's fun to play someone that kind of doesn't have any barriers, just kind of is totally open for whatever.
Carl, you want to get in the pool today, buddy?
Maybe later, man.
You don't want to get in the shallow end?
No, maybe later.
Okay.
Carl is me. So when you watch Carl in this movie, you're watching my life.
Swimming was a big deal for me. I learned how to swim for this, so that in itself, is an experience.
Yeah, I can kick off a kickboard. I'm amazing.
My chances were 1 in 12 that I'd play someone who was scared of water. The odds were in my favor, but I played the one that isn't afraid of water, so I hit the gym.
Rosie is a woman who has been afraid of the water for many years. She suddenly decided she'd maybe like to try swimming again.
I'm playing Martin.
Martin?
Yes.
Who is?
I don't know.
A risque scene,
Risque.
yes. Yeah. How did that go over? Went over great. Paget and I got together the night before, went out, had some steaks, we got to know each other, so that was good. Otherwise, we would have just walked on set and walked into bed, which could have been a little goofy.
A little awkward, maybe.
Because you don't often do that in life. Often.
Well, we're talking about just not saying that.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, they don't necessarily.
Mr. Douglas, call me Jim.
Call me Jim.
And then we go in.
And then we cut.
Yeah.
So there were some minor script changes today.
Minor script changes. Wasn't happy about them. People come in, they think they know how to write a screenplay, but they don't. They think they belong in the Writers Guild of America, and they don't.
They don't.
They think they're funny, and they're not. Yeah, the main actor needed like meat with his egg.
Oh,
And
I see.
I said, there must be somebody beneath me who can do this, and they said, no, there's nobody here who's beneath you.
What's that?
That's uncooked bacon, in case you've never
Why don't
seen
you
it
fry him
before.
up some bacon?
Because it takes us a while. I don't know.
How long does it take?
And a lot of people ask, what does the writer do on set?
I rarely do like rewrites. Usually I just listen in with my headphones and I pace around and I make the actors very uncomfortable because I always look dissatisfied no matter what they do. But then I go and pretend to compliment them afterwards and it seems to smooth things over.
Dan, the writer of The Big Bad Swim, is just awesome and has been working as a driver. And he's the owner of Pizza, who plays Danger, the dog, and he's been trying to train the dog.
Okay, slow. Good girl. All right, you love cheese.
Pizza and I are starting an enormous, massive affair today behind the scenes. She's probably one of the best leading women I've ever worked with.
It's hurting Pizza's performance because she's not into it. Jeff can be a tad aggressive when it comes to his co-stars, and I think that's never been more present than with Pizza.
I've thought about jerking her around by her hair, but I don't think that's going to be cool on set. Besides, Dan's here anyway.
Right.
You know, he's kind of possessive.
What do you think about cutting your problem is and making it you're afraid of the water color?
Guillermo.
I like it better.
This is the money shot.
Unbelievable how fast we move.
Yeah.
Each side, let's walk through it together. Okay, let's do it. Live music on set.
Man, you do what you want. Come on.
Yishai has been really great. He's been really calm throughout this whole thing. I think he's been able to gain the trust of the actors. I think we've managed to make it so that I get to be the bitch and he gets to be respected by everyone that he works with, which is the way it's supposed to be. So I think it's gone well.
I've been working with Yishai now for six, 8 months on this film, and he is, without question, the finest director that I've ever worked with. He loves people. He loves pets. He's basically fearless and highly skilled.
Let him run great, thank you. Boom, he's on the ground.
They have Paget and Jess here?
I mean, he's like really a nice guy. Like a lot of directors, I think, are kind of cocky. No, I am saying awful things.
No, you're not. I think he likes to kind of let the actors interpret it a lot for themselves, and then he'll kind of bring his judgments on at the end.
I guess my approach in dealing with actors is hire the best ones you possibly can, which is what I think we did, and just trusting your instincts and guiding them to the right place. And I don't know, when you get somebody like Paget, who is so incredible, should get in the camera and in her first take, first read of it, you're like, it's better than you ever imagined it. it's like, yeah, what can you possibly tell her to do at that point, you know?
There's a race going on between Ishai and the clock almost every day.
I hate it.
Who's winning?
Fucking clock.
Josh is our director of photography in charge of filming the movie.
I love him. I have a crush on Josh.
Do you really?
Paget was the most professional person I've ever worked with. She was always a joy to be around. She was fun to have on set.
Josh, can you describe the challenge that we're facing today?
I don't know. It's cloudy. May rain.
How would you describe your relationship professionally with Ishai and your collaboration?
What are the choices?
It's, you know, use your vocabulary and emotions and piece together an answer.
Look at all the color.
Balloon.
Look at all the
Look
color.
at color. Yellow. A little bit of red. There's some blue though. There's some blue.
You know, you'll probably notice when you watch the film, it's like the production design, basically every location is all blue. If there's any color anywhere, it's blue.
The blue motif.
Yes.
How's that going?
It's going well. I think it's a tricky balance of too much or too little, but we're trying to get a good compromise.
You know, just coming along with the theme of water and swimming, and you know, also just, you know, kind of the moods of the characters throughout most of the film.
I got a little excited yesterday at the Burke's Tavern. We had some blue lights shooting up the wall for get that nice little blue look. Those look pretty nice. Little stripes. I guess set those up.
That feels so good.
We're a very tight-knit group. Spa grip truck. Spa/grip truck.
How would you break down the hierarchy that you maintain?
Well, Rich is the captain, and I'm our motivator.
To have half O, and that should be standing by windows here. It should be just to the right side of it on like
Just
a
the
three-stage combo. Okay.
Like 6 minutes before they started shooting, Chandra called me up panicked and said, "Oh my God, we're shorthanded in the production office. Do you happen to be out of work for the next 3 weeks?" And I happen to be out of work for the next 3 weeks. So here I am.
And what is your role?
I am the production manager. It's probably a lot like being a police officer, let's say, or in the army. It's long periods of uncontrollable boredom punctuated by moments of sheer terror and
First, okay. Sounding like Joe.
I don't need no never mind. So if camera is not ready, please don't say ready. I'm not putting on the pressure, but I'm just saying that we can't do this today. Okay. Because I'm losing daylight. Okay. And Ishai, I guarantee you, when this movie is over, you're not going to want to relive moments like this.
I hate Tony. Tony and I first met working at the New York Film Academy. After he left there, he went off and just started working on productions. And yeah, I knew, you know, as soon as we decided to do this, that I wanted him involved on set in a very high position.
Thank you very much, guys. Here we go. Let's settle in.
The fact that we did finish it all on schedule is a huge testament to his abilities.
All right, here we go. Thank you, everyone. First positions, please. Here we go. Rehearsal's up. Call it out.
Well, it would be really great to know what's going on, but it's really cool to hear that wah wah sound.
Camera's ready. Thank you, everyone. Come on in, first team.